interesting. And I must say, I have recently been changing my opinion about this particular technology. When blockchain first started a few years ago, everybody was looking into it, and I was one of the skeptics. I always used to say that blockchain is a solution to a problem that doesn't quite exist yet. I think the world since then has greatly evolved. Things have changed tremendously. Coming into COVID, coming out of COVID, or hopefully what we're coming out of COVID off, blockchain has proven quite a bit of value in a lot of different areas. Obviously, supply chain is one of them. The most fashionable one being cryptocurrencies, the buzzword of the day being NFTs, all different implementations of a technology that we really couldn't perceive earlier. But moving forward, as we are looking into the future, as we delve deeper into the metaverse, and as that develops, I think these blockchain technologies will become all the more important to help us differentiate between the real content and deep fake content, whether it's real whether it's NFTs that is protecting real copyright material or not. So I think this has got a really, really important role to play in the near and long term. Well, the biggest challenge or hurdle that most organizations come across, and unfortunately a lot of them fail to realize, is the change of culture that is required to truly become a digital organization, right? Digital is not just simply bringing a system in. It is a way of thinking. It is an understanding of doing things. This is not my first time doing digital transformation. I've successfully done it a couple of times before. And what works really well is the fact that one should understand that today's digital is not the same as standard information technology, right? They need to move at two very different paces. Digital needs to move at a very fast, very agile way, right? They need to really be customer centric, UI, UX being the key buzzwords over there, right? You need to understand how the market moves, how everybody's communicating. Is it TikTok? Is it Insta? Is it WhatsApp, right? Or is it just a mobile app? You need to be really able to move very quickly between those channels and serve your customers 24/7 from anywhere in the world today, right? There is no excuse for not being able to serve a customer today. You just can't say, hey, you got to come into my branch, you got to come into my office to conduct your business. That's just simply not acceptable. However, if you look at the back end of technology, right, this is where you've got your traditional systems, such as your large line of business applications, be it a strong point of sale system, be it a dealer management system, be it a securities brokerage system, or if you dig one level deeper, right, be it your ERP, your CRM, any of those types of applications, or if you go further down, stuff like your identity management, your communication and collaboration platforms, right? You simply cannot afford to change those on a daily, regular basis. You've got to take your time, you've got to do your due diligence, and you've got to bring in the right solutions that protect your organization and fulfill those internal functions and requirements that allow you to serve your customers. So you need to kind of have a really two-speed approach to it, right? The digital that moves super fast, like a really, really fast sports car, but it really doesn't carry a lot of weight with it, right? It gets you very quickly from point A to point B. And then you've got your traditional tech, which does your heavy lifting and shifting, call it a steam engine, call it an 18-wheeler diesel truck, whatever you would, that is really built for carrying that heavy load, but it simply cannot get there that fast. So I think that is what people really need to understand about digital transformation and what is the value proposition for their particular client set. Skill gap exists everywhere in the world, right? It's not unique to just our particular part of the world. But if you would have raised that statement to me 2.5, 3 years ago, I would have agreed with you. I would have said, absolutely, there is quite a bit of a shortage of manpower on the ground. We do lack skills. We do need to bring in skills. The last 2 years, the world changed, right? It is irrelevant what part of the world you sit in. I can now contract, coordinate, communicate with you, and get delivery out of you. It doesn't matter whether you're, somewhere in the Far East or in the, South or West or North. It really is irrelevant today. We have continuous meetings, whether we across the globe, right? Those business hours, those working hours have truly gone away. I get emails 11 o'clock at night, and I get emails at 4 a.m., and we've got meetings all sorts of hours. And it's true for everybody, whether somebody's sitting in China or somebody's in US, whether somebody's in, Brazil or any other part of the world. It just doesn't matter anymore. If there's talent out there that is available, you just go get it. This reminds me of one of my mentors, and a few years ago, I was having a conversation with him, and we were talking about along those similar lines, right? Data-driven organizations, organization culture. And he said, Faisal, remember one thing: culture eats strategy for breakfast. It's as simple as that. If you cannot change the culture, no matter how good, no matter how logical or strong your strategy is, you're not going to succeed. So you need to be able to bring that change about. Now, to bring that change about, you need to really go down to the grassroots and address the people, the boots on the ground, as they say. They need to understand the value of the data, and the data they generate actually drives the company. Once you've got that in, right? Once you've got their buy-in that, yes, it is the very data that you generate that drives us, right? Then you've got that change coming in. I'll give you a very simple example of a change that I'm driving within my organization. Very recently, I worked with our training department and within the IT department in itself, right? I said, Python language mandatory for everyone. I don't care if you are on the call center and you are receiving calls on a service desk, or if you are a coder, or if you're in networks and security, or if you're a server administrator, or any other role within my governance organization that you may have. Everybody must take and complete their Python course. Now, the logic behind it was not that I want to force everyone to code. No, it is because we come specifically in our part of the world from many different cultures, from many different regions. And while most of us speak English as a second language, the context and the cultural background that we have is very different. It's not the same. So when I say something in English, while you understand English just as well as me, your inference may be very different. So to bring everybody closer, Python is the current language of logic. So I said, let's bring everybody on a platform where everybody speaks logically to everybody, right? And while you're learning the language, you help each other out. So we kind of build a camaraderie as well. But then I kind of went one step further and I said, hold on. As we journey through this, what I want is each and every single employee to bring one use case to me, right? That simply says how this technology will help me alleviate a pain point in my day-to-day work, right? Just use specific related to your work. I don't care about the rest. I don't care about the whole IT. I don't care about writing a whiz-bang solution. Just simple, right? And I was flabbergasted by the response I got, right? Some of them came from a data analysis perspective. Some of them came from a data generation perspective. Some of them came just from simple UI, document recognition and data input perspective. And the number of use cases I've now built in, once they're deployed, literally these examples, when the peers across the departments look at it, these use cases are literally what everybody does every single day. And before you know it, the culture of AI has organically spread across the entire organization like a wildfire. So it's at the grassroots where you need to really address these issues, not from the top down. Hello, everyone. I'm Faisal Ali from Gargash Group. I'm very excited to be speaking about the blockchain and data transfer, digital transformation at the Enterprise Cloud and Data Center Forum, May 25th, 26th, 2022, in person at Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Looking forward to seeing you all there. It's my home country. Enjoy.